Anybody has the ability to get an outstanding letter of recommendation despite their current relationship with their professor. Hey guys, I'm Andrew from Predenting.com, where we help applicants stand out from the maddening generic crowd of predentals. In today's video, you're going to learn how to get an outstanding letter of recommendation regardless of your current relationship. So right now, just to help prime your mind to the possibilities of this first principle, think about a time where you walked to class on a regular basis, maybe every 3 months, and you saw a face that kept recurring, right? Someone you constantly walked by. Or maybe you're at an office and working, and there's another employee who you don't know, but you keep seeing their face around the office. Instead of being a random person, they become an acquaintance just because you've seen their face so often and they've seen yours. So we want to apply that same principle to your professor as the first rudimentary step. So how we translate that is every day you go to class, you need to sit in the same seat and preferably in the front seat of the class so that your professor understands that's him, that's where he sits, and gets used to your face. Second step is you need to participate. Once you sit in that seat, you need to participate when he's asking questions and whenever there's an ability for you to provide input. And the reason for that is you're allowing your professor to write your letter of recommendation on the basis of something you did. Not just you got a grade, but then you also were a leader in terms of you were the first to raise your hand, you participated often, and if someone has a question, or if you have a question, someone else probably has that same question. So be a leader in the sense that you're participating, you're asking questions, and also give them that basis to use that and what you do in the class to write that letter of recommendation. Give them substance. Third of all, go to office hours. You need to go to office hours whenever possible. And if you don't have any questions to ask the professor, make something up or go into office hours and ask a question that digs deeper into the material and goes above and beyond what the class requires. And in doing that, what you do is you show that you're really interested in the sciences and that you go for a deep understanding and you don't just settle for what's necessary. Again, you're giving them substance to work with and great things to write in your letters of recommendation. And that's what dental schools are looking for. Someone who goes above and beyond. Someone who has a genuine desire to learn more about the sciences or just dives deeper into their education, is a leader, participates, and is engaged in their studies. So let's say you do all that. And now it's time to ask for your letter of recommendation. What do you do? Well, the first thing I recommend you do is, first of all, bring your transcript, bring your resume, and if you have a draft, bring a copy of your personal statement. And this is a really important part. Find out what qualities dental schools are looking for, whether it's leadership, teamwork, someone who's collaborative, someone who's engaged in their studies, and get a piece of paper, write those qualities that dental schools are looking for, and then write a little bit about how you manifested those qualities in his or her course. And then what you're doing is you're able to provide the professor, again, substance to write with, and also what they will do is you'll not only make the professor's job easier because you've given them an outline of topics to talk about, including examples of how you manifested those characteristics in their class, but you'll also get them to write exactly what the dental schools want to hear without you crossing that ethical line of asking them to write your letter of recommendation or anything of that sort. You're making their life easier and you're getting exactly what the dental schools are wanting. So what I recommend is, for example, you could say dental schools look for leadership, and in your class I showed that I have the leadership ability by often participating, raising my hand, and leading discussions in the class, whether through lecture or through sections. Or you can talk about teamwork. Say there was a class project assigned and you had to be in a group of 6, 5, whatever the number is. You can talk about how you spearheaded the leadership and worked and collaborated with your team to create an outstanding project. Hopefully your project was pretty good. Or let's say you want to talk about problem solving and critical thinking. You can talk about how that professor's tests were beyond just regurgitating information and how it required you to understand the key concepts and then apply them on the test and critically think to get those answers right, and hopefully you did and got an A in the class. And you don't need an A, so to speak, to ask for a letter of recommendation, but it does help because it shows that you're academically competent. And academics, while dental schools do look for that is not the only thing that matters. I hope this video helped. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below or reach out to me personally, and I'm happy to help you.